Until a few months ago, we lived in a world that never seemed to stop moving, right? I mean, staying busy was celebrated, getting more done was like endlessly encouraged, and for some of us, taking a day off seemed like absolute craziness, right? Anytime there was a moment to ourselves or a time where we felt like we might be getting bored, we tended to fill it with like work, or a chore that needed to be done, or endlessly scrolling through emails or social media. I mean, we ran away from boredom, right? It was something wrong. We felt guilty when we weren't doing something. But what if we had embraced boredom? There's a lot of evidence that suggests that boredom is actually good for you. Boredom can spark creativity, it can help with problem-solving skills, letting your mind run free, you know, undistracted, can ultimately make you a more happy and productive person. So, the next time you feel that first tinge of boredom coming on, don't push it away. Welcome it. Embrace it. Take time to daydream. Let your mind fill up with everything or nothing at all. And then, and only when you're ready, get back to the business of the world. Because remember, poor is the man who does not allow himself to daydream.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is SmokeySteveAndMarc.
Oh, yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Yes, hello.
Happy Sunday.
Yes, happy Sunday. And it's a holiday weekend, so it's not like the Schmonday. It's actually Sunday, and
you think I hadn't been home for 2 months. I'm like, oh God, a 3-day weekend.
I know, right? Right.
Well, I don't have to pick up the work phone, and I don't have to check that email. Yeah, I have this awful, like, if I run to the store on my lunch break, I feel like, no, I should be tied to my
like
electronics
and everything?
From 9 to 4:30.
Oh, your electronics.
Because I'm on the clock.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well,
but it is the weekend, which is very nice.
Yes.
And it's gorgeous here today.
It is. It's very, very nice.
It's 75, probably coming up on 80. It's sunny. It's
actually getting
breezy.
Like, hot.
Yeah.
Thinking of putting the air conditioners in, but we shall see.
We shall.
Did you like my little kind of PSA at the beginning?
I did. I think it's very time appropriate, too.
I was going over it in my head, and I'm trying to memorize it, and I'm like, I need cue cards or something, you know what I mean? Because I get so tongue-tied when I'm making videos. I can't.
You did like those podiums here and here, like when they give presidential addresses. Well,
yeah, sometimes. And it has to be like really big too.
Yeah,
I'd rather have the little thing in my ear that you could just talk and I could just repeat what you say.
Well,
Can we work on that maybe?
Yeah, well, I'll get on that.
But no, I thought it was really important because I even posted something on Facebook today about like, I don't know, like the art of or the importance of like just daydreaming.
Yeah.
You know, for so many of us, we think that, like, downtime, daydreaming, or boredom is wrong. Or, you know, I always feel guilty if I'm not doing something every minute of the day.
Yeah.
Which was a real hard thing to take when I physically couldn't do things every minute of the day. You know what I mean? But, so that was going through my mind this weekend about, like, take some time, daydream. Boredom is okay. It's okay.
I know. Well, I think for some of us who have maybe some, maybe mental health challenges, the quiet and the silence that comes with it, the things that fill that void can be challenging.
It can be very challenging. It can be a struggle.
Repetitive song disorder. You know, the things that can jump into that space if we don't fill it with healthy things and interesting things and things that stimulate us.
Absolutely.
And fill us up, you know. Other stuff will fall in.
Yeah.
You know, you might be having that happy hour, you know, wine and Zoom party with your girlfriends at 10 o'clock in the morning. Because why not?
Because why not?
It's wine o'clock. Why not?
Right.
You know, so finding other ways to kind of fill yourself up. Like, you're in the garden all the time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I garden, you know, gosh, I can't even think of what I did all winter because it's taking...
You crafted.
I did... make a lot of crafts.
You
yeah.
crafted. I
That's
remember
right.
what you did all winter.
Yeah, I bet you do. There's still remnants of it everywhere.
I know, there's probably still... If you vacuum, it's like, you know...
Oh,
you
look.
can,
That was from Christmas.
it's like rings on a tree. You can kind of, if you go further into the corners, you know,
yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, but I know I'm like one of those busybodies where I need to be like constantly occupied doing something, or I think overall I feel like I'm doing something wrong if I'm not doing anything. And I was thinking of how really crazy that is, you know. So I don't know, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I am working on it. But daydreaming is definitely a big thing that I think is another one of the things that's overlooked a lot.
Yeah.
If you're daydreaming, that's wrong too.
Yeah, you should,
you shouldn't
let yourself disappear
let your
in
mind
thought for a
drift
while.
off for a while. It's totally okay to do that.
It is. What do I have to rush back to?
Right,
It's
right.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Why can't I just drift off?
And like you said, I've been trying to work on those inner voices too, because I have noticed, I shared last week of what was going on physically with me. I was struggling a bit, you know, and one of the things, that repetitive song syndrome, I've been trying to keep track of things, you know, so I can get to know myself even better, and it gets worse when I am physically worse. So there's a correlation somewhere there. So I don't know. It was pretty bad. Like, I don't know. It's like speakers, but coming from inside. It's so bizarre. I don't know. But
I know.
today it's a minimal day, so we're just going with that.
We're just gonna go with the flow then.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it where it is.
Oh, but speaking of the garden, I like to update everybody at least once a week, because there's some people following the garden. So I usually do it on Mondays with Mark, but since we have something else to do tomorrow, I did just a quick little walk through the garden and let you know how things are coming along. So
spoiler, my ampersands are doing well. Snapdragons. I called them ampersands all last year.
Yeah, they are.
Because I'm not all there. I'm a nice guy, but I'm gone. So, at any
why
rate,
don't we show that now?
Yeah,
it's real short. It's real short. I just wanted to, bring you up to date on what's going on.
All right, we'll put that here.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to update you on the progress of the garden, and Oscar says hello. He's my gardening buddy. So, okay, this week I finished the rain barrels. Let's see, they're all set up and ready to go. One of them is full, one of them is not yet. So I was glad I got that done because I needed the water. And we'll just go in a circle here. I have my concrete planter. I planted one of those rocket flower pot thingies in there, so we'll see how that comes out. Look at the pumpkins! They're growing very, very nicely, if I do say so myself. The rock garden coming along real nice. It's all seeded. There's no growth yet because I did just seed them. Everything looks good there. There's our solar stake light. We have blooms. Alliums, aren't they just beautiful? I love those. Our water feature is well on its way. I have the moss planted, and I have flowers seeded around it, so that should be good. These gladioli came up, and the lavender. This is a mystery to me. I cannot remember what I planted. It's a bulb of some sort, but I guess we'll see. Look at the iris. So beautiful. Look, we're going to have a bunch of them too. So beautiful. Another solar stake. This side of the rock garden I will be working on this week. Okay. First garden bed. Everything's doing well. Tomatoes, peppers, and our cabbages. They're coming along very nice. And Steve's garden, snapdragons, and more irises ready to bloom. Oh, second garden bed. Look, 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 look. We have growth. Yes. That is broccoli. And over here we have radishes. Right there we have spinach. And I'm still waiting for the beans and the cauliflower to come up. So we'll see about that. Now to the vein of my existence, the walkway. I was able to do a little more work on it, so it's coming along nicely. I put up my twine trellises for the cucumbers. And as you can see, the carnations are doing very nicely. They didn't go into shock or anything after I planted them. I was very, very happy. And more cucumbers there with the string trellis. So as you can see, the walkway still needs work, but I feel like I've been working on it for 2 years, but I can only do it for a little bit before I take a break. It's a lot of heavy lifting. But this is all English thyme here, which will look like that. And my plan is to do it on both sides of the walkway. I think that'll be nice when it's all finished. So we will head, oh, and the cut flower garden, doing well, doing well. And our container garden, doing well too. Look, radish, spinach, baby carrots, tomato. And we brought Fernando outside, my beloved parlor palm. He likes it when he's outside there. And I guess that's about it. So, what do you say, Oscar? What do you say? Yeah? All right. Let's get back to our video, okay? Okay, bye.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't get out there much. It's outside. I mean, maybe once.
It's literally right outside.
Yeah. I mean, I'll come out if you are wanting me to see something, or if I want to go see Oscar. I look out the window. Oscar's like anywhere you are, he is.
I know.
It's bizarre.
He's my gardening buddy. I've kind of, I don't know. I've adopted him, I guess.
Yeah, I think
well, you know what I do think?
We almost have 2 cats.
Honestly, in all honesty, in my opinion, if you decide to feed an outside cat or a feral cat, and you do that continuously, you take on a responsibility, because that cat will start to get dependent on you and lose some of its wildness, you know what I mean? And he'll have to adjust again if you just shut the door and not pay attention to him anymore. So, I mean, at this point, we have a second cat. He's an outdoor kitty.
He's a very nice cat.
But he has a cat house outside. I clean it all the time. I feed him every day. If he was sick, I would take him to the vet. I take on that responsibility. I can't stand when people just throw stuff out their windows to the feral cats and, you know, and don't take on any type of responsibility for it. I think it makes the problem
spaying and
worse.
neutering. Oscar's, we got lucky because he's already his ear was clipped.
Yeah,
so
he's already taken care of, you know, or else I would definitely would have done that. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I think we watched someone else, she whose name ought not be spoken. I can't stand.
I think there was some corrective action taken,
and she wonders why there was corrective action taken against her.
Well, it's one of those, I think there's a lot of people who are well-intended with animals and think they're doing the right thing by their pets, and that happens.
Yeah, I think so.
But, you know, at the same time... Well, I never wanted 2 indoor cats.
No,
so the fact that Oscar
we live in a small place.
We do. But the fact that Oscar is an outdoor cat is fine with me.
Oh, yeah.
And he's used to me. I can, like, pet him on the head.
Yeah, you can pet him now.
You know, but I'm always careful. I don't want to, like, touch him and then touch Bandit, because Oscar has been exposed to things outdoors that Bandit hasn't, because he's been inside for years.
Yeah.
So, try to be cautious with it.
But I mean, his house, his little cat house out there, it even has, like, a heater in it for the winter.
It does.
So I'm thinking,
Bandit's sitting around in empty boxes, and the cat outside has like, a
lights and a heater and...
like...
I don't want him to get cold.
No. And he's little, too. I'm used to Bandit, who's like this.
Huge.
You know?
Yeah.
Oscar's like the size of a cat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I don't know how we got off on that topic. But anyway, Oscar is
your
my gardening buddy.
gardening buddy.
Yeah.
Which, does it add to the experience for you?
It makes it very nice. I was there last night, and I was planting something, and he's sitting right there, and then he's rolling around, and he was chasing a bug, and I'm like, you know, this is something to be grateful for. This is something very, very nice. You know, all of it, the garden and having him there, and you know, it's another thing, another blessing. Yeah, so to speak. You know. Oh, before I forget, we promised you guys hot dogs and hamburgers.
And it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, it is.
So we have some, Mark. As only you would have it.
Oh my gosh. I suppose this could have been its own video, really.
Probably.
But they're so simple to make. Oh my gosh. If you want to make these, it's so simple. All you do...
Cake?
Yep. Grab a cake mix, and the top and the bottom of the burger are the tops of a cupcake. You know, like, muffin tops?
Yeah.
How you can just take the top off.
These are like mini muffins, it looks
These
like,
are
too.
regular sized.
Are they?
They're the regular sized ones.
Okay.
Yep. Regular sized cupcakes that you just take the tops off. That's all. And then you fill them with chocolate frosting. And the hot dogs, you do the same thing. And then all you do is cut the top of the muffin in half and turn them upright so you have that. Fill it again with chocolate frosting, and then you can add red frosting for ketchup, yellow frosting for mustard, and you have hamburgers and hot dogs for Memorial Day.
Can I have one?
Okay.
Okay. It's a holiday.
I had to think.
Well, tomorrow's the
I had
holiday.
to think.
Beauty bite.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't. Oh, she would love these. I don't know if this would be enough for her, though.
She has more of a savory tooth. She'd want the real burgers and dogs.
Now, I tried to get,
These are very good.
I tried to mimic,
Sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds, by using white coarse sugar. But they kind of just look like salt. But if you wanted lettuce, use green frosting. You know, like, I don't know. It's cool. So anyway.
Good stuff.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Cheers. Okay, I'm done. I was excited.
It was very good.
Give us a minute.
I need a moment.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm not.
No, I need a sip.
Somebody asked for a mukbang. This is what you got. Okay.
That was good.
Just
Back to the topic.
Back to the topic.
Yeah, so anyway, gardening is one thing that I do to help my physical and mental health. And it's something that I consider a hobby and something that I daydream about in the house. Like, what am I going to plant? How am I going to do it? You know, so that's just one example of, you know, doing something, you know, keeping busy, you know, what we were kind of getting into about the boredom and taking up a hobby and trying new things and things like that.
And you stumbled into stuff like this couple months at home. I've found doing things via Zoom, and then, like, my daydream of my youth was I always wanted to be a writer. I wasn't sure what I was going to write, and then I had this.
You're a good writer.
Then I had this long debauched decade, and everyone always said, "Oh, your wife is so interesting. You should be a writer." When they start saying be a writer, it means I don't want to hear anymore. This is too graphic. Write it down. So I got away from writing. It was just I couldn't get my head around it. I couldn't concentrate, and I found that making videos is actually much more interesting to me. I can add more gesture and inflection and movement to the story telling it than I can with writing it. You know, it takes a lot more nuance and a lot more patience than I have and have had in the last years. So rather than just putting down that hobby and quitting it, this has kind of rolled into its place, which is good. And actually at work I do a lot more talking than I do writing. So...
Well, you're a very, very good speaker.
I try. I mean, I try to make it I try to make it so other people be interested. I don't want to make a video that I'd be interested in. Right. Because I have different taste than us.
See, like, I can get all, like, excited about stuff and, like, I do and everything, but I have a very difficult time trying to have our viewers be interested and understand what I'm trying to do. Yeah. If it's a project or cooking or even just talking about something personal, I have a difficult time speaking. You seem pretty natural.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think you, like, more easily, this is my assessment, emotionally connect. Because your sincerity pours out no matter what your words are you're using.
I'll accept that.
I can throw out a few $10 words, but it takes me longer. I've done older videos where I talked about, and actually we were talking about maybe redoing some older videos, because we have 3-year-old videos with 100 views that I thought were not bad. So maybe we can make them over again.
Definitely.
that were stuffy and
yeah.
informative, not emotional, like not engaging, stuff like that, and to give them a new breath, I thought would be something a little more. But I tend to be a little more clinical when I talk about some stuff, and less emotional, and it's not as interesting. I don't think so.
So that's like a new thing for you? Like it's a new
thing to be into it, I would say. And then the stuff that goes with the YouTube, like sitting down and uploading the video and then tweaking it a little bit. And then watching other videos for things that I wouldn't watch for. Like how long do they wait before they start talking? How quick do they get into the topic of the video? How many editing cuts? Granted, I'm not using all this information to make our videos. But it's interesting to see. Watching the hair people now have to react to get their own content, trying to keep up with YouTube, stuff like that. So it turned into an interest that I was able to follow up with. And it spills into my job. And it's almost related to what I went to college for, finally. Yeah. So,
true.
You know, maybe I can pay back the loans.
Yeah, right.
Sally Mae owns me.
They still own me, too.
I know.
Mine's considerably longer than you. 10 more years than you.
And I think they freaking hire those bill collectors out of prison, because they're no joke.
They're no joke.
They're not interested in the fact that you don't have money at that moment.
No, they're not.
To pay them. So,
although I did get a break, I guess, during the coronavirus, I did get a break on my student loans. Now, mine's a lot lower now than yours. I mean, it's a lot lower.
Your loan is 30 years old, and they're still
I know, and there's like about $3,000 left on it.
I know.
And I'm like, can't we just erase this? This was from like 93? It was a long time ago. And, well, it actually, though, in my defense, I thought it was paid off. And I had refinanced it at one point through the years.
And the interest.
This part that was tacked on the end, I had totally forgot about it. And I don't recall them telling. I don't know how I forgot. And then, like 10 years later, they caught up and said, you owe this. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And now it's 30 years later.
Yeah.
Still paying on it.
Mine are in and out of forbearance periodically. You know, when you were out of work for a bit, mine went back into forbearance because I wasn't able to make the regular payments on it. You know, there was other immediate priorities, so the money couldn't get used for that. And I might have been off and on because my work history was off and on for a long period of time. I'd work a year, be off for 9 months, work 3 months, be off for 2 years. So, I owe the money. I'm not saying I don't owe it back. No, I definitely finished college, so I owe the money back. Yeah, I just hope, I'm glad they're understanding about how long it takes. Plus, I work in a public service type job. There's a program in place that after 10 years, I could get some of my student loans squashed.
Oh, that's true.
We'll see if Betsy DeVos thinks that's important, because there was discussion about it not being that important anymore. Yeah. So, and having 5 or 6 years in, I could easily see doing 4 more.
Well, I hope that we see the time where there's student loan reform. I mean, our government's been talking about it for a while, but so far, nothing. I mean, but there are things like forbearance and what's the other one? Forbearance and deferments. Those are in place. But I think like a complete overhaul, you know, much like health, you know, insurance and things like that. I think it all just needs an overhaul. And student loans, definitely. I mean, I just... It's a sad world when you go to get an education, you graduate, and you have $100,000 that you have to pay back.
I know.
It seems so overwhelming.
And school's not for everyone. But for the folks who it is for, it's very expensive.
It's expensive here.
It's extremely expensive. I mean, if I had it to do over, I might have thought about going to community college to get some courses done. My school didn't have AP credits, or I would have taken those. So, but...
AP?
Advanced placement. So in high school, I could have taken them to hopefully roll into college with some credits.
I gotcha.
But, you know, live and learn.
Live and learn.
But but maybe my whole life will finally come together. And the thing I went to school for will also be part of my job and my hobby.
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yes.
I only had to wait 38 years. Wow. Well, 37 years and 10 months. For it all to come together. But...
Oh, yeah, 10 months.
Yeah, I'll be
10 months.
My birthday's in July.
Birthday's coming up. So, mm-hmm.
I'm not that worried.
No, I know.
I don't care.
We're not big birthday
I
people.
don't care. No, it's not a big. My birthday, it creeps up on me every year.
Yeah, it does for me too. I'm like,
yeah.
I for whatever reason, well, it's so close to 4th of July.
I
always kind of forget, I guess.
When I was growing up, my parents would take that week off because their anniversary was in early July, and then it was the 4th of July, and then my birthday came within the same period of time. So they would take time off of work, and they'd both be home and doing home projects and stuff.
Yeah.
We never really went away, so, like, if they had to, like, put up new wallpaper, it happened during that week. There was always, like, a home project going on during that time.
Yeah.
So...
Well, we'll do something for you this year.
Well, that's fine.
I'll make you some hot dogs and hamburgers.
I don't really need anything. I mean...
No?
No.
No hot dogs and hamburgers?
A treat would be nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't think of anything I need
that.
at the moment, so... I'll let you know.
Okay, definitely.
Well, why don't we wrap it on a high note?
Yeah, let's do that.
I want to have another burger off camera.
Yes,
so.
Okay, that sounds good.
Good. Well, thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe, hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email address and contact info in this pile of sweets is all below. Thank you for watching, and we will actually, Mark will catch up with you tomorrow for Mondays with Mark.
Yes, we will. And what will we do? Oh, the theme is red, white, blue, and made for you. What will we do?
What will we do?
I'm such a poet.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
You're all over this today.
I really am.
I'm giving you the big gay snap.
Well, thank you.
How about that?
That's
Nah.
I'll take it. That's good.
Told you I was gay.
It was so great spending time with you. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. If you're in the U.S., you have one more day to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. And I will see you tomorrow for Mondays with Mark. Remember, stay well, stay safe, but above all else, stay positive, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao.